lavalier mic? Where's?
No. No.
No, I did request one.
You don't get it.
I hope everyone can hear me. If you can't, tough shit. All right. Slideshow Fairytales, creating a fairy tale by Catfish Baruni. Usually people applaud theirs. Long ago, there was a dream. That dream, a little something called Horror Island. Later on, however, there was another dream. To tell an interactive, multimedia-rich comedy story, but to do so without spending any money, because Papa's got to save up buku Dolores. After all, joy ain't cheap on Horror Island. Unfortunately, the storytelling dream had to be put on hold because nobody knew what multimedia meant. Also, everyone was still pretty jazzed about Horror Island. To be fair, it was a pretty big deal. Furthermore, these were dark times, and the populace was less concerned with comedy stories and more concerned with not dying. And again, I mean, Horror Island. It wasn't until much later, late 2012, Common Era to be exact, that the dream, the story one, not the hoary one, came to fruition. That was the year that I, Catfish Baruni, world famous inventor, as you can tell by my laboratory coat and goggles, which I cannot wear because I have 4 eyes. Very sciencey. World famous inventor and lover created the proprietary storytelling device that would come to be known as the basic underlying literary synthesizing and humor interactuator touch type technology. Can you do the lightning and thunder?
No.
Yes, that's what thunder sounds like. Without this state-of-the-art contraption, it would have been impossible to create a slideshow fairy tale. The basic underlying literary synthesizing and humor interactuator touch type technology, or bullshit, is an advanced machine, or gizmo to the layman, that allows for the rapid combination of tangentially related and unrelated elements to create a slideshow fairy tale. For our more creative and artistic endeavors, bullshit uses the latest advanced algorithms to utilize a cornucopia of elements that are inputted by a user. Traditionally, this includes elements like magic, villains, heroes, misery, monosodium glutamate, red number 5, moral lessons, death, misfortune, additional misery, heaving bosoms, etc. Yes. Before initiating the activator matrix, first I must set the bullshit to focus. Doing so will make use only of free public domain imagery, leaving me with more money to spend at Horror Island. All right, now, you looked at the schedule, you saw that it was listed under improv, and so far you're thinking, when are we going to get to the improv? Right now, it's just really bad prop comedy. To answer your question, this is when we get to the improv. All right, now, from the audience, I need a color.
Red.
Purple.
Now I need a season.
Summer.
Winter. Okay, now, a type of necktie knot.
Windsor.
Okay, all right. A deity.
Osiris.
Horror. And now, the title of an existing fairy tale.
3 Little Bears.
All right. Okay. So, the color I heard was Xanadu. The season, Bengali season of Tomato, Cross Victoria Nut, Lotan the Mesopotamian, seven-headed, fire-breathing, croco-dragon sea monster, and I heard someone yell the Norwegian fairy tale, the ash lad who made the princess say, "You're a liar." All right, so we've put all of that into the bullshit. Now, the activator matrix is initiated, and we wait while the Slideshow Fairytale is fabricated. Unfortunately, though, the happily ever after switch remains stuck in the not position. And now we wait. Do you have the music, the Jeopardy music?
I couldn't get it. I didn't want to.
Why? All right, here we go. The market-bound pig of small stature, and his brethren, and the counting rhyme used to name toes who variously had roast beef or didn't, etc. Once upon a slide. Woo! This little piggy went to the market. He told himself that it was just to get some Advil for this goddamn headache. But he knew that once he walked in, he wouldn't be able to resist the lure of the Piggly Wiggly's liquor aisle. Specifically, the lure of Thunderbird, or Night Train, or Cisco, or any fortified wine, really, or even mouthwash. He wasn't a picky pig. His name was Hamilton, by the way. Yes, Hamilton.
Oh.
His parents thought they were being cute when they did it. In reality, though, they were only contributing to the inevitability that was his substance abuse. Did you know that pure vanilla extract is something like 35% alcohol? Yeah, sometimes it's more. Hamilton did this. Chocolate chip cookies are for housewives and little girls. He could often be overheard telling the older, homely-looking women behind the bakery counter, just give Papa his medicine. The medicine was the vanilla, and the vanilla was alcohol. And Hamilton was Papa, just then, in case that wasn't clear. The bakery ladies would never give him his medicine. They would just smile nervously and wonder what happened to this pig's past that led to him rolling around on the ground and crying, "Mama!" over and over again, knocking over the display of Dickens's natural apple puree. Lesson: do not give your children cute and or clever names. This little piggy stayed home, because agoraphobia is no joke. Stuart, or Stu, or Stu, would gladly attest to this, so long as that testimony didn't require him to leave his red brick house. He had not left his home. I don't know if you can see it. It's right. Can we zoom in on that?
No.
Why do you keep asking?
I don't know. I'll never do it.
He had not left his home since the wolf incident with his brothers. Stuart did not appreciate comedic depictions of his disorder, especially when he painted those like him as being cuckoo bananas. He also did not appreciate the film Disorderlies, starring the fat boy. I'm not a cuckoo brain, you would say. I'm just possessed by an ever-growing feeling of anxiety that makes my heart try to escape my chest. His heart's attempts to flee his chest were the closest he came to stepping foot outside his door. And that movie was too ridiculous for my taste. He would add, obviously Stuart didn't get invited to a lot of parties. If we zoomed in, which I know we're not, this area is in the house while they're having a party here. Yes, that's what I was going for. Yes, you were a little late to the party. Better than everyone who didn't show up. So. You may be thinking, oh, go fuck yourself, stupid. Of course Disorderlies was unrealistic. Everything about the Fat Boys was unrealistic. They were essentially cartoon characters come to life. But why don't you try taking a medication to control the symptoms of your agoraphobia, you nutburger? Stuart didn't ask her to laugh, and then she laughed. Stuart would then ask that you call him Stuart, because only his close friends may call him Stu. Lesson: don't call Stuart Stu unless you're a close friend. Alternate lesson: don't befriend anybody who doesn't appreciate Disorderlies for what it is. 4.7 stars on IMDb? 4.7 stars? Fuck you, IMDb. Fuck you. This little piggy had roast beef. Well, it was actually a vegan meat alternative called beefed, which was primarily composed of, you guessed it, beets, and a binding agent, and flavor. Roast beefed not only fueled this pig named Pork Chop, it also fueled his smug sense of superiority. Pork Chop was that kind of obnoxious vegan, unlike my friend Karen, who, while vegan, is only slightly obnoxious about it. Don't worry though, she's not here. So, if she asks, we're just gonna pretend that none of this happened, okay? We'll just make up some bullshit excuse. You'll say, he got stage fright, he ran off, he tripped, that would be believable. And, because she's a vegan, there's a deficiency of meat in her bloodstream, so her brain isn't as powerful. Anyhow, back to our story. It was not uncommon for Pork Chop to take a roast beef sandwich to work for lunch. He could often be seen shaking his head while eating his vegan lunch. Everyone assumed that Pork Chop had some kind of neurological defect that caused the recurring tremor. But Pork Chop was just a condescending asshole. Once again, I just want to be clear that this is not a condemnation of Karen. I really don't want it to get out there that I think Karen is some kind of asshole. I mean, sometimes Karen can be an asshole. But that's not relevant to our story. So, anyway, one day a co-worker, Trigger, sat at Pork Chop's table in the lunchroom. Boy, Pork Chop, that roast beef sandwich sure looks tasty, Trigger said. Pork Chop laughed to himself. This idiot carnivore, he thought, can't even tell the difference. It sure is, Trigger. It's this new brand. Want to try? Trigger took a bite of the sandwich. Surprise! It's not beef, it's beefed, a vegan meat substitute. And you couldn't even tell the difference. If Pork Chop had been tweeting this, he would have used the typical carnivore hashtag. But Trigger did know it was not beef because Trigger had an allergy to the protein in beetroots, and Trigger died.
Oh.
Lesson: always arrive on time to a friend's performance so that you can hear that your veganism isn't insufferable to others. Alternate lesson: let meat be meat and vegetables be vegetables. Alternate lesson: beefed is a poor portmanteau, or portmanteau. See who agreed. This little piggy had none. He didn't cotton to faux meats. He didn't cotton to faux anything, really. Life should be painfully authentic, he insisted. Anything else was at best nothing more than interpretive jiggery-pokery. Justice Antonin Scalia was at his most authentic while eating applesauce. Pure applesauce. Uncut. The bomb. Oh, God, how he loved the feeling of that sweet ambrosia sliding down his throat, filling his belly. Was there any other food that was as authentic as applesauce? Only someone overflowing with hubris the kind too often described as the overweening pride that goes before a fall, would dare attempt to make a case against applesauce. Argy bargy, he would yell. He would yell at no one in particular, in between jars of the saucified apples. When he was feeling adventurous, he would sprinkle cinnamon in his applesauce. When he was feeling depressed, the tears would roll down his face, off the hairs of his chinny chin chin, while he sat in his bathtub. Those tears tasted like applesauce. Bitter, bitter applesauce. Please do not ask me how I know that. The phone's silence was deafening. There was only the sound of the spoon clanking against the mouth of the jar of applesauce. Hey, do we have that clanking sound of it?
Oh, we do, but I deleted it.
Clank, clank, clank. Why don't they call? He wept. Why don't they call? Lesson. Antonin Scalia doesn't know what love is. Alternate lesson. The world does not expect logic and precision in poetry or inspirational pop philosophy. It demands them in the law. The stuff contained in today's opinion has to diminish the court's reputation for clear thinking and sober analysis. Alternate lesson. Words no longer have meaning. And this little piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home. Because the police were after him. And he couldn't risk stopping. If I stop to pee, that's when they'll get me, he sang to himself. It wasn't always like this, though. Baxter Bacon used to be a simple kid. No, his name is Baxter Bacon, not Jesus Christ. He used to be a simple kid, one who loved three things in life. Pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts, roller skating, and Rush. God damn it, I fucked this up already. Okay, sorry. Baxter loved four things. Pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts, roller skating, Rush, the Canadian progressive rock trio known for its musicianship, complex compositions, and eclectic lyrical motifs. Apparently Geddy Lee is here. Sit down, Geddy. And he loved the Rush, a state of excitement brought on by a release of epinephrine, a hormone secreted by the adrenal medulla. Duh. Ever since that one traumatic run-in that time with the wolf, he had been addicted to the release of adrenaline. Baxter's favorite method of experiencing the rush was roller skating. There was just something about soaring down the streets on some shitty wheels, bound into a pair of shitty boots, really did a number on him. Baxter's favorite method of experiencing rush was headphones. And if he was listening to 2112, The Temples of Sirens, or The Fountain of Lamneth, Part 2, Didax and Narpets, while zipping down the streets on these skates, well, goddamn, friend, he didn't see how life could get any better. Baxter's favorite method of experiencing pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts was his mouth. I took the liberty of pointing out for him. When it came to pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts, he had no self-control. If Baxter bought a box of pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts on a Tuesday, he would have 0 pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts on Wednesday. He ate them. It's not that somebody stole them. The treacherous thing about the rush is that it takes more and more stimulation in order to reach the same level of excitement as was initially experienced. The same, by the way, cannot be said of Rush. By Tor, it's just as exciting the millionth time you've heard it as it was the first. Stand by that statement. Baxter was forced to continually up the ante until one day, store security chased after him as he attempted to shop with 2 boxes of pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. The police joined in the chase as he attempted to evade capture. And thus, he was faced with a choice that so many of us here tonight have experienced. Live free or get caught hard while peeing. Lesson. The roller skates you love are the roller skates that will hurt you. Alternate lesson. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Alternate lesson. The battle's over and the dust is clearing. Disciples of the snow dog sound the knell. Rejoicing echoes as the dawn is nearing. Vitor in defeat retreats to hell. Snow dog is victorious. The land of the overworld is saved again. The end.